A searing audit has found that the city of LA has failed to properly track billions of dollars in homeless spending. No, this is wrong, because it's actually so much worse. And as usual, I got all the receipts. Let me show you. So, the majority of funding from LAHSA, LAHSA, the LA Homeless Services Authority, goes to something called Bridge Housing, okay? $320 million. Now, Bridge Housing is basically temporary housing that they've built to house people. Here's one that they've built in Venice Beach. Now let's check out the details. It cost them $8.6 billion to build this particular complex in Venice Beach. And most of that money, $5.6 million, came directly from the city. There are 154 beds in total, costing them $56,000 per bed. And this is what it looks like inside. Kind of looks like an office, except beds instead of desks. $56,000 to build one of these cubicles. Now, I'm not a construction expert, but this seems kind of sus. And on top of that, it's costing the city $3.4 million a year to operate this bridge housing, which is another $22,000 per bed. But where it gets even sketchier is who the city has contracted to operate this bridge housing. In this case, we have two nonprofits, PATH and SPY. Now, PATH, I've done a dive on them before, but they are the nonprofit that has collected tens of millions of dollars from the city to keep buildings vacant, buildings that were supposed to be used for shelter. Their CEO, Jennifer Hart Dietz, makes nearly $400,000 a year, probably even more now. And here she is, ending homelessness with Gavin Newsom. Now, the other operator, SPY, which stands for Safe Place for Youth, is a nonprofit that focuses on youth homelessness, is run by this lady named Erica Hartman. Now, Erica Hartman, as it turns out, is a former board member for the LA Homeless Services Authority, and in fact, an active board member when this contract was given out. Now, that seems like a conflict of interest. So just like we have a revolving door in the military-industrial complex, in the pharmaceutical-industrial complex, we also have a revolving door in the homelessness industrial complex. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we end up with insane figures like $837,000 to house a single homeless person in LA. And if we multiply $837,000 by the number of homeless people, which is 75,000, we get $62 billion. So obviously, the math ain't mathin'. Let's also not forget to mention that LAHSA and its CEO, Valencia Adams Kellum, is currently being sued for obfuscating information from the public. Like, I'm not saying everything is fraudulent, but it seems like these folks are up to something. Oh, and by the way, LAHSA has recently taken down their entire leadership page. Definitely what accountable organizations do.